Hello, I'm Trish. Welcome to my studio. Currently, I am in Rochester, Minnesota, and it is about 10 degrees below zero. And this is my studio, and I have my studio underneath the garage. It's quite a big space, stays fairly tempered, and I don't have to worry about a lot of outside interruptions. I'm just kind of giving you a broad view of my eye level of my studio. This is my door. And I open my studio up for friends. So I have a bulletin board as you come in, and that tells them if they stop by. A lot of them have keys when the open studio time is, so they can come. I also keep coupons and things that are coming up around so that they can check there to see if there are quilt shows and different things. Of course, right inside my door I have my library, which I do share with some close friends, but not many friends. I want to pick out a few little things about my studio, even though it does look a mess. And I never let anybody but my best friends in to my studio because I don't, I don't know. It's kind of a really private place. But let me show you a few things I've done because they might be things that you'd like to do in your studio. I got some shoe boxes. I folded my fabric. I made a plexiglass ruler. Let's see if I could show it to you. You can get this done at Home Depot. Just get like a little piece of plexiglass, cut it the width of your boxes, and then you can wrap your fabric around there. Someday I'll show you how to do that. And I put it in there and I try to color coordinate it, or I coordinate it according to projects that I'm doing. I don't just store my fabric there. That's not the extent of my stash, but that's the beginning. Up in the blue and red boxes, I have my shredded fabric because I do a lot of things with shredding, and that's what I'm going to show you. I have more storage down here, and of course my freezer paper. I have a little storage unit here where I keep beads and magic tricks and stamps and stuff like that. File cabinet, I used to keep patterns in there until I realized I wasn't using them, so I could better use the space for other things. I am a contemporary quilter of sorts, and so I have lots of fabric paints and dyes and all kinds of tools. And I keep all of that over here with my paint brushes. I keep all of my bonding materials up here in a big basket. This is my pride and joy. My husband bought me a brand new flat screen for my studio, so when I have people in, I can play the quilt show or videos or DVDs if we're learning a new technique. One of my sewing tables, half of a ping pong table. Yes, like you, I have lots of sewing machines. When I'm not in my studio, I cover my sewing machines with t-shirts of places where we've been, and I usually keep those oiled and brand new needles in them. So when my friends come in, they see that they're covered with t-shirts, they know they're ready to be used. Lots of threads, different thread holders. I'm also a glass fuser. I love to do glass fusing, and so over here I have a lot of my workstation for my glass fusing. And unlike Ricky, I have a very plain ironing board, but this one travels. I plug it in and drag it everywhere around my studio. Now this is my design wall, so get ready. It starts here and goes all the way down there. I'm going to show you how I made it, because this is one thing you might want to do. I got some of this pink foam that they use in insulating walls. Put some wood board on the wall, cement screws, and I covered it with flannel, and it's just perfect. Yes, these are just some projects I'm working on. This is my glass table where I do my glass cutting, and this is what I do when I do glass cutting. I make quilt block fused necklaces. I make different ones too, but for this particular video I'll tell you about that. Lamp, something everybody has to have in the wintertime in Minnesota. This makes us believe that it's lighter longer. We need that up here. Yes, that's a table saw. I like to do woodworking, and my husband put this one together and we can't get it out of the room. So here it is. If I have to do things on my table saw, I just have to protect myself and do it here. My newest acquisition next to my TV is this absolutely wonderful, wonderful outside vent. My husband and I had that put in last summer because I'm asthmatic, and I do a lot of discharging and different things with fabrics that give off fumes, and we wanted to protect me. This is just a sneak preview. This is, I am enamored with the Paula Nadelstern Kaleidoscope exhibit at the Folk Art Museum in New York. And after I saw that on the quilt show, I started looking into doing kaleidoscopes, and I'll be doing some of that work too. Some more fabric storage and thread storage containers here, mostly for fabric that I don't quilt with. I do some different things too. I have a brand new little baby grandson, and I've been sewing for him. This black container is my portable Janome Gold sewing machine. Everything I need for a quick retreat is in there. So if I hear there's a retreat and I can get there and it's locally, I'm ready to go. I've also started doing clay, which if you're a quilter, you might find that clay is another area that really just kind of clicks with us. And that's what I did my kaleidoscope out of. I've done some Fimo clay work with that. I've also done some Fimo clay, I don't know if you can see that, let me put it down there. Glass pieces that I've covered with clay. Some that I didn't really like. Da-da-da-dum! The biggie. My cutting table, which takes up a good portion of the center of the room. I keep on my cutting table everything that I need that I'm working on. Looks junky right now, but I've been working since I've been away, and I've just gotten back, and I'm working on another kaleidoscope. Here's part of it. And I have a serger that I keep on that table at all times. I find if I have it out like that, I use it a lot. I'm going to go down so you can see how I made my cutting table because it was homemade. It's a homemade one. I went and found some old cupboards at the Salvation Army for about 20 bucks. And then we put on some 2x4s, raised it up, got a big piece of wood, covered it with batting and muslin. Easy to change out. Very easy to change out. So if you can see underneath, I just stapled in there. I have a shelf underneath my cutting table because I keep my rulers right here, so I can just grab underneath and pull them out. Things you need all the time. Let's see, what else can I show you? Oh, I keep all of my, I buy my batting in 10-yard pieces from Joann Fabrics, mostly Joann Fabrics, because I can get a 40% off coupon there. And then I keep it on the rolls under my table. I do felting. I dye wool and do some felting in my quilting, and so I keep that down here too. Oh, of course, all your necessities like your spray basting and your, you know, spray starch and things, I keep all that together. And I keep lots of music going, as you can hear in the background. I'll give you one quick little turn around the studio. Shop lights. You can get these at Lowe's or those different places. They're inexpensive. They give off nice heat and great light. When I'm taking photographs down here, those shop lights are just fabulous. Alright, now that you've seen my studio, I'm going to tell you that I do all kinds of crazy quilting and all kinds of crazy crafts. And what my plan is for this year is at least once or twice a month to visit you again via video and tell you what I'm doing and show you how I'm doing it. And so I hope you'll come back and see me. Okay, this is Trish Miller saying goodbye.